Hey, family, and welcome to Grace and Guided. This is a faith based podcast where everything we talk about leads us closer to Jesus. My name is Tawana, and I am simply here to inspire, encourage, and motivate you to pursue your God given purpose by uniquely being you. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I do pray that you are blessed and encouraged as we learn what it means to be graced and guided. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to Grace and Guided. My name is Tawana. Thank you so much for joining me, for tuning in. And just being here this week. If you've been here, welcome back to Grace and Guided. If this is your first time, welcome to my podcast. Thank you for being here. Today, you guys, y'all are about to get probably one of the realest episodes that y'all have ever got from me. I have tried to not really publicly talk about this simply because I'm trying to um, save face and trying to protect people. Um, and I'm over it. It's just at the point where it's like I'm tired of being silent. I'm tired of going through what I'm going through, and I know I'm not the only one. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. And I think for one is because, social media, you have family members on there from the other party. You have different people that have opinions, and you just try to, not to be that person and, stir up anything. But I'm just at the point where I'm tired of being quiet, and folks is going to be held accountable for what they have not done ever. And that nobody has made them accountable for. And I'm just, I'm going to speak about it. I don't right now as I'm recording. I don't have a official title. By the time I'm done talking, I know I will come up with something. So by the time y'all listen, y'all will kind of know what I'm getting ready to talk about. But I'm just at the point where I'm over it. Like I'm tired of dealing with folks, and I'm tired of being, everybody want to have these secret conversations and closed door conversations. Well, y'all finna get the truth today. All of y'all who've been wanting to know and want to know why I don't deal with you, you finna find out. And um, I don't know how much I'm gonna get through today because there's just too much to cover. There's too much to talk about pertaining this situation. I'm going to go live on my Facebook page. If you're not on my Facebook, follow Facebook, Tawana Talia. I'm going to be live one day this week. I'm thinking Wednesday evening. Um, I'm thinking Wednesday. If not Wednesday, it might be Friday, but I'm thinking Wednesday. For some reason, Wednesday is was pressing on my heart. So maybe Wednesday about 8:30 in the evening this week, and I'll be going live, and it'll probably be either a part two of this, or I'll just, um, address some of the same things that I'm addressing. I just don't know how much I'm gonna say tonight and what I'm gonna get through, or I'm saying tonight, but y'all know I record this Sunday night and then have it ready for Monday morning. So by the time y'all listen to it, it'll be Monday morning. But I don't know how much I'm gonna get through. But I'm gonna share my story, and this is not to trying to embarrass anybody. I have no reason to do that. Okay. I have a full life. I have a very, very full life. I have a life that I enjoy. Do I go through things like everybody else? Of course. Do I have my struggles? Do I have my issues? Do I have things that I deal with even with my children right now? Absolutely. I'm going through life just like everybody else. So I have no reason to just decide I want to, try to make an issue out of something that's not an issue. No, but this is an issue. It's always been an issue, and I feel like it will always be an issue until I finally just made the decision, which I'll tell y'all about, that I'm not dealing with it no more. Um, and also, let me say this: before I'm about to talk about this, people was warned. Okay, folks was warned that this was gonna happen, that I was gonna make this a public conversation. Had folks not did their part, folks ain't did their part, so it's now a public conversation. Everybody that's involved, everybody that knows about it, don't nobody come for me, because I'm trust me when I say I'm not the one. Okay, I'm not the one, the two, or the three. Do not come for me. Okay, because you will get your feelings hurt, and I will continue to expose what needs to be exposed, because y'all are going to quit playing with me. That is just where I'm at. Okay, again, I don't have no hate in my heart. I don't have no bitterness. I'm not holding nothing, as far like no grudge or nothing against anybody. I promise I'm not. I'm The only reason I can talk about it is because I am healed. That doesn't take away the frustration. That doesn't take away the the irritation of the situation, but I'm healed in the sense that I don't it's not something that got me emotional. I'm not in my feelings. Trust and believe. I'm not emotional about it. I'm not emotional. I'm not in my feelings. Like I've been on this tip. I'm just now ready to talk about it because now I see what's really up. I really see the truth on how people are. And I'm ready to talk about it because again, it's something that should have been talked about. But I was trying to, for the sake of um, protecting certain people, then I just didn't want to say nothing. So, but that's over with. It's over with. From this point forward, um, y'all finna get the real and take it how you take it, cause I don't care. Okay. Um, so again, the title, I don't know the title, but y'all know I'm gonna be talking about my kid's father and the absolute hell that I have been through in the last, my oldest she'll be 16, my baby is 13, and I have been through nothing but hell with this man since my children were babies. Okay. Um, it's just, I'm finally at the point where it's like, I have never really, I up until recently never talked about him to my children. Okay. I've always made that a very conscious effort to not bash him in front of his kids or to them. Up until very recently where I've just had to be real with them. And again, it ain't, I didn't tell them nothing that they didn't already see for themselves. They feel the way they feel about him because of what he's done and what they have seen and witnessed, not because of what I've said. But I'm very real with my kids and we have conversations. Um, and I've just always had the mindset that if you're going to be a bum, while they're little and you're not helping me and you continue to be a bum, when they get older, they'll see that you're a bum, and unfortunately they see that he's a bum because that's what he is. Again, I said it and I mean it. He's an absolute bum. Like when I met the man, we met in church and it was, first of all, the whole thing was just foul. I should have never got married. We was doing too much. I married him initially because, I told y'all, if y'all go back to one of my earlier episodes, like the first year I started this podcast, one of the first episodes I gave my testimony and I talked about, and every time I give this testimony, I always brush over this part because again, I'll try not to talk about him or talk about things, but I just kind of brush over this. But food finna get exposed, and I'm telling the truth about everything. Um, so when we first met, one of the reasons we got married because I had just got saved, and I I had just got saved and I knew at that point I could not have sex. So I had just got done dealing with or talking to somebody that like hurt my feelings. And I was like, you know what, the next person I get with, I'ma marry. He was the next person. And when we start talking, I think me being celibate, which it was only a year at that point, but I think me being celibate kind of is what really attracted him to me. Being that I was in church, I was celibate. I didn't have no kids. He had a 1 year old at the time. She was going on 2 when we first started talking. And I think that was the main things that attracted him to me. And it was just reasons we got married again was just not right. Also too because of his kid, he was staying with his uncle at the time, and his baby mama was acting crazy about letting him see the kid because he didn't really have nowhere stable to stay. So us getting a place together, and having that stability would give him, the ability and opportunity to get his daughter whenever he wanted to, or however they worked it out. And that's what happened. So it was financial reasons, trying to get stable, and just because I wanted to have sex. Like honestly, if somebody would have asked me that at the time, I don't think I would have been as truthful. But that was really the truth. I just knew in order to have sex, I have to get married. I didn't know what all it came with. I didn't know what goes in a marriage because I had no clue of that. Um, so anyways, that's how it initially started. Well, within the first months, like we weren't even it literally we met in February, we got married in April, and by June I went to jail for fighting him. And just to give you just the real of it, it never stopped. Like the fighting never stopped, the domestic violence never stopped, the disrespect never stopped, the just it never stopped. We have our times of cool, calm, and then it'll arise again. And a lot of it was I have a mouth. I always had a mouth, which I'm getting I've gotten better over years as God had to deal with me and knowing when to say something, when not to say something. But he had an anger problem. To this day, still have a freaking anger problem. And it did not help. So it was like fire playing with fire, and you got an explosion every single, like, it wasn't no mild little cute little um issues. Like I remember after I had Tivon, and I know if y'all read my, but I don't even know if I don't remember if I put this in my book about when I was 4 months pregnant with her. um, he got mad at me because I told him I was going to take him off of my bank account because the nigga was just really spending my money like he lost his mind. And I'm like, you ain't never had money before? Like, I'm in the military, he's not. He was working at a gas station. Um, which today he talks about, I'm all I want is money. I'm all about money. It's all about money with me. How, fool? I met you working at a gas station. You wasn't making nothing. You was broke as hell. Like, what are we talking about here? It's all about money. I ain't never been that person. Never been that person. That money was an issue with me, or I've been money hungry, or, sweating somebody over some money. I've been very blessed. Have I always had it? No, I have not, but God's taken very good care of me. So for when he says stuff like, it's like you're retarded. At the end of the day, do what you're supposed to do. I don't ask you for nothing. I don't ask you to buy me nothing. I don't ask you to take care of me. I don't need nothing. Help take care of your kids. So anyways, I was when during that time when I was getting ready to take him out my bank account, we getting ready to walk down the steps because we about to go to the bank. That fool pushed me down the steps. I was 4 months pregnant. Pushed me down the steps. Now, this story involves my family, and some other people, and everybody finna get talked about. Like, because I'm sick of all of y'all. Like, I'm absolutely sick of y'all. My mama, I will never forget when I called her. Okay, my blood mama, the one who birthed me, the one who um, carried me for 9 months. It's funny that the very people that raised you don't like you because of how they raised you. Like, y'all don't like who I am, but y'all the ones who raised me to be who I am. And then when I act and be exactly how y'all raised me, it's a problem. Well, y'all should have raised me better. See, it took me to grow up in the Lord for me to be a different person than what I was raised in. That's the only reason I'm a different person today, because God and the Holy Spirit the Holy Spirit raised me and taught me different. My mama, crazy. She's a psychopath. To this day, ain't nothing changed. Like, I will never forget when I called her, when that nigga pushed me down the steps. And I called to tell her he pushed me. Do you know she asked me, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Am I sure, lady? Am I sure, lady?" And then he gonna snatch the phone from me too. She lying. She lying. Am I sure? Like, ain't no way on God's earth that my daughter is gonna call me, tell me some nigga push me down the steps while I'm pregnant, and I'm gonna ask her, is she sure? It's the fact that you didn't even believe me. It's the fact that you question me. It's the fact, but see, she wanna be so tough though. And it's always, what's she gonna do to somebody? Well, I called you for reinforcement and you done nothing but ask me, am I sure? Like, she better believe. I would never forget that. And that was only the start of how she just never really had my back. Let's start there. She talk a big game. She talk a big game, but in all reality, like, it's finally taken me all these years to come to reality with my mom. My mama jealous. Okay. You mad at me because you wish you was me. You wish you was as bold as me to do what I do, but you can't be because you talk too much and you got too many people around you, or had too many people around you, either telling you what to do, what not to do, or according to her story, her in-laws controlled everything, whatever. Like, I don't got, excuse me, y'all. I don't got nothing to do with none of that. And for you to take out on me how you feel because I know how to walk in my boldness and walk in my purpose and walk in who I'm called to be, like, how you this mad at me? But it's taken me all these years to kind of utter those words out of my mouth that she's jealous, because I never would think that my mom, my own mother, would be jealous and envious of who I am. That's just what because what else is the reason? What else is the reason? Like, what else is the reason there's so many problems with us? Because you're jealous of me. And you cannot, you want to, it's like you want to talk about my mouth and my mouth. Your mouth is worse and I got it from you. When do you take responsibility of your mouth? And she don't to this day. So just throwing that in there because she got a lot to do with this story dealing with my kid's dad and how I'm sick of her mess too. Um, so anyways, fast forward, life went on with me and him. It was a couple years of that foolishness, and then I ended up leaving, moving to it was all kind of stuff happened. Police was involved. More after that, he ended up going to jail one time. It was just an absolute mess. By the way, when I went to jail, it was only a couple hours, and he ended up coming to get me. And it was just, like I say, the whole thing was just stupid. Um, I'm sorry. Hold on, my mic is. Um, So, anyways, that happened, and I ended up moving to Cali. He ended up coming to Cali with me, and while we were in Cali, he, I got pregnant right away with Jazz, and then not even 6, 7 months later, well, 7 months later, I was 7 months pregnant. That was over with. We fought. He then came to church, called himself, cussing me out in front of people, calling me all kind of bees at church. It was so many witnesses to that. It was just an ugly situation. That's when I decided to leave. I was done with it, left, and it was over with. Well, after we split, the first couple years while the girls was little, first of all, he never been stable ever to this day. Okay, to this day, don't have his own crib, don't have his own nothing. Okay, the nigga live. He's a dependent nigga. Like how you would if y'all feel some type of way about me saying that, it is what it is. Like this is my life and this is what I deal with. Okay, the man is he's a dependent nigga. Like they just be call it what it is. He's very dependent. Like he's fine with living with people. Like that has been the story of his life. He is fine with rooming up with people, living with people. The goal to be on his own 2 feet is I don't know if that's ever a goal of his. I don't know if that's ever a desire of his because he is just so dependent mindset, which is why to him he think I'm all about money because I'm just like, fool, go get another job, go make more money. Now he don't think that's an option because it's like I'm straight, but you broke, but you so called broke, which is why I'm struggling to get money for you to help me take care of these kids because you won't step your game up. So, anyways, he was living with his little girlfriend, which to this day, me and her is actually pretty cool. And shout out to Lil, because if it wasn't for her, like my kids wouldn't have had nowhere to go, which he was getting them on the weekends. But if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't have had nowhere to go because I wasn't gonna just drop them off for the sake of dropping them off. Like she had a home, which I think she's still at her little place that she was at the whole since I was before even, the whole time since my kids was little, and she was raising her grandkids at the time. So, she always had, that stability for them, which is why I had no problem with them going over there. Had nothing to do with him. And even when they was over there, my kids would tell me how all he would do was play the game. Like he wasn't never in tune with them. He wasn't never focused on them. He wasn't never, involved. He was just, he want to play his game. He want to smoke his weed. He want to drink. He want to be nasty, be a hoe, do what he want to do. That's who he is. And I don't think nothing changed to this day. Like, say what you want to say. I don't care because listen, you ain't showed me nothing different. But again, this ain't nothing I've said. This is what I've known and I've accepted. Like you just who you are. I don't care. I don't want you ever again. I'm disgusted at myself that I ever even laid up with your nasty trifling, because he trifling as heck. Like absolutely nasty. Like let me be real. Like I used to come home when I was in the military. I would come freaking home, my baby running around with dirty Pampers on, running around the house, and I go look in the tub. She ain't had no bath. I go in the tub, look in the tub. The tub is black. How is the tub this black? Mind you, I have my own bathroom um in my room, but the guest bathroom, how do this tub get this nasty? Like you don't clean, you don't do nothing. And he wasn't, but had the audacity to be accusing me of cheating on him with one of my coworkers. The same coworker that he was going to his house, playing video games with. They were cool, but you accused me of sleeping with this man. And that was when one of our fights happened, was because I went to go tell his wife, like, y'all know he over there accusing me of sleeping with you, right? Like, I'm telling her about her husband and telling them. Like, I'm like, no, because you steady laughing and smiling in their face, but you accusing me of dealing with him? Like, how sick are you? And those are just things that I was going through. Like, I'm pregnant. I'm trying to live. Like, you not working. You came out there, you're not working, you're not doing anything. And I come home and I gotta deal with a dirty, nasty freaking house. Gotta deal with a baby who probably ain't even ate because you want to sit and play this game all day. And then I'm having to take care of both of y'all when I get home. And my house it was disgusting. And every time I said something, it was a problem. Like, then when I told him I was gonna go tell them that he accusing me and all this, man, that boy, I go outside, he chased me in the car. Like, that was the time where we had to get CPS involved because he he trapped me in the back seat and climbed on top of me while my baby was standing up, and um just like we was fighting in the back seat because I was trying to leave and he wouldn't let me leave. And Tivon she was like 18 months, if that, probably. No. She was maybe out 2. She was about 2 because she was going on 3 that year when I had Jazz. She was 2 years old, and it was just a mess. I ended up having to call the police. And let me just say this, since folks wants to play with me, what I did not find out when we got together, the man is a registered sex offender. Yeah, I said it. It's the first time I ever said this. The first time I ever put it out, but it is what it is. He's a registered freaking sex offender. Okay. When I met him, he did not tell me this. Let me tell you how slick he think he is and what he did to me. When we first started talking, we were talking about him going into the military. I took him to the recruiter's office to go talk to the I took him to the recruiter's office to go talk to the recruiters. And when we got there, they was like he basically told them he wanted to talk to them in private. And I remember being so mad at that, like, what do you need to talk to them in private for? He went and talked to them in private, blah blah blah. I never knew really what the conversation was because I remember being so mad and all he kept doing is, oh, I'm just sorry, I'm sorry. Like, it was funny, but you didn't tell me you had this on your record. I didn't know about this. Like, y'all don't know the life, how the hell I had to pay for that. And the only reason I'm remembering it is because we got kicked off base when we was fighting in the back seat, and they found out he was a registered sex offender. I got kicked off base because of him. Not only because of that, it has been hell living with him everywhere we went because he had to register. Okay, this is the part people don't know and the part I never talked about. But this is my life and this is what I had to go through. I couldn't live really nowhere and tell the residents or tell where we were living that he was a registered sex offender because it was children or it was a playground around and we could not live there. So I did not find out till after we were married. And it wasn't even something he told me. I think I don't remember exactly how I found it, but it was on some slick type. I just found out like through you know, now, the situation was he supposedly raped somebody. According to his story and what he has told me, I can't say yes or no. I'm not gonna say he did it because I wasn't there, and I'm not gonna say he didn't do it. I was not there. I don't know. And because I just what I know over, throughout the years, he have been physically abusive to me, but he's never been sexual abusive to me. So I can't say if that's true or not. I'm not gonna put that on him like that, but it's the fact that it's on your record, and to this day he still have to register. Which is why I know part of his reason of not wanting to move around or not wanting to move and go do places, because once he find a job that's secure, I do understand that, but at the same time it's like, how long you gonna stay stuck? Because obviously this thing got you in a chokehold and you ain't ever gonna get ahead because of what's on your record. That that's again, that's your problem. But I'm just saying that to say, like, that's what I had to go through. Again, I didn't know about it, but one of the other reasons I left him was because I had to deal with that no more. I could go live where I want to live. I ain't got to worry about we reporting this and putting this on the registry and doing all this other foolish, or we having this was embarrassing. I was embarrassed, always been embarrassed, and I never told nobody about it because I didn't think I was my responsibility to protect him, and I did. you know but I don't care now. Like, you're a grown man and you doing what you do. I don't care. Like, whatever. So, when the police came and found out about, when the police came, whatever, they ran his record and they ended up finding out he was registered or had to register, and they kicked me off base because of my husband, because I could have stayed and he could have left. But I'm in Cali, it's just us. He don't got no family out there. I don't got no family. Neither one of us got nowhere to go. So I'm sticking it out with him. So we go find us an apartment. when I tell you we wasn't in that apartment a couple weeks, like it was not even a month before all hell broke loose again. And that was when he cussed me out at church, and I just had to be done with it. And just leave him alone. Like, this is it. I'm done. It's over with. I'm not doing this no more. And then I end up I wasn't even at that place a year. I was probably there maybe 8 months at that apartment before my command found out. And my senior chief at the time made me move back on base. Like, once they found out what really happened and what the situation was, they made me break my lease, which it was due military, so I was able to break the lease, and they made me move back on base, and that's how I ended up back on base with my girls. When they were, during that time. So anyway, that was just a backstory of what I went through with him during the first couple years. And unfortunately, nothing has really changed. Nothing has really changed. There's been times where I felt like I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel with him, where I felt like, we've had conversations. We've been able to, even when it comes to our kids, like I've been able to call him and talk to him about, especially my oldest, who just want to do what she want to do, been able to try to call him and, let's try to settle things and try to, do this parent thing together. But this man is just all over the place. And when it comes, and let me just say this, because this is really what this comes down to, this child support thing, that who financially he's just never really been helped. When they was in when I was in California, I was on government assistance. So they were the child support, apparently he was paying them. And because I was getting TANF, that's what I was getting for quote unquote his child support. So basically he was paying the state or whatever, and they were paying me 10 up. So when I got here and that's kind of how it was the whole time I was in California. Well, when I got to Georgia, I wasn't on TANF anymore. And for a long time, and when I say a long time, I'm talking about years, I was getting $14 every 2 weeks, literally. $14 every 2 weeks. That's how much I was getting in child support. And at the time, I didn't know how to change that. I didn't know really what to do. I didn't know what the steps to take to get that change. Mind you, I'm in Georgia. This case is in California, so I don't really know, how to handle this or kind of what to do to change this. So I just been dealing with it. And even when I would tell him like, "Hey, this is all I'm getting," like he didn't care. He just really didn't care. And it was just like, well, I'm paying them because I get that. And I don't know, like I guess they were still taking and garnishing his checks, but this is all I was getting. I wasn't getting anything while you paying whatever you're paying. Like, come on, what we gonna do? And mind you, okay, his 2-year-old daughter at the time, she just turned 18, or she actually about to be 19, I think this year. She'll be 19 this year. No, she'll be 19. What's this? 2024? No, she'll be 20. She'll be 20 this year. Jesus. She'll be 20 in May. Mind you, he been paying her $600 a month since that girl was born. Because I remember when the judge ordered him to pay that, and that has been consistent ever since, all up until she turned 18. And probably still doing it for the fact that if she's in college. I don't really know what's going on with her. But anyways, that's what she was getting. Now I got 2 kids and I'm getting $14. So it's always been a problem. So up until a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago, it was 2 years, 2022, I decided that I'm about to close that case in California because obviously I'm not getting anything and I need to get this uh do something about this. I'm gonna close the case in California and I'm gonna open me up a new case in Georgia and we're gonna go from there. Well, I closes the case because when I tried to do the Georgia case, they told me they couldn't have an active case in Georgia unless I close the case in California. Well, Georgia, so I end up closing the case in California. When I was getting ready to open the case in Georgia, me and him end up having a conversation, and I told him straight up what I'm gonna do, and he told me I'll just pay you directly, and you don't have to go basically through the system. I'll just send you the money. And I'm just like, sir, mind you, he's not the most reliable. You're not the most, like, I cannot count on you or depend on you for nothing. Okay. There have been plenty of times you done left me hanging. And then even, well, let me say this too, even with coming to Georgia, the man blames me for moving to Georgia. It's like he felt like I took the kids from him. Sir, we were both living in Cali with somebody. I had not been on my feet. I'm living with people. I financially can't afford to stay out here. The only reason I've been living and affording to stay out here as long as I am is because I've been uh, using my GI Bill, who what just recently expired because I graduated and I used the whole thing up. I don't got no money to stay out here. You know, I don't got no money to stay out here. Like, how am I supposed to survive? It ain't like it would be different if he was taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? If I was had my own place and you were paying all my bills, and then I could go work and just take care of the other stuff, that would be different. If I can understand me leaving would be a problem because at least I was taking care. That wasn't none of that happened. You couldn't even take care of yourself. And you got mad at me and you to this day blame me. It's my fault I'm struggling with the girls because I took them from you. I didn't take nothing from you. They are my response. I have full 100% sole custody of these kids. They are my responsibility. So I'm not okay with living with nobody for the rest of my life. Like, I don't know where that mindset come from or where he gets that from, but it's obviously something he still to this day is okay with. I'm not, and I would never be. Okay, I would if God, my God, if God, as God, as long as God bless me with hands and feet to work and afford where I'm living at, I will never, God forbid, live with nobody else. That is not no good feeling. I don't like it. And honestly, when other people gotta do it, I understand. I feel for that. Like, that's not no good. You want to be in your own place. Again, it's just me. Obviously not everybody think about that. So that's his thing. It was, well, basically the responsibility to really help me take care of them is not really there, or the burden is not there, simply because it's my fault that I'm struggling. Not, oh well, they my kids, let me still take care of them. No, that's never really been his burden. To this day, it's not a burden to help me take care of these kids. And why we're here today is because that's just where we at. Like, he just refused to help me for the simple fact that he wants something. And this is what I don't understand. Like, well, I do understand. I mean, I think it's stupid, but this is just really what my issue is right now, and just where I'm at right now is that he's all it his helping me is based off of the way I treat him, right? Like, if I'm kissing his butt, or I'm cool. Like, really, we have nothing to talk about. Let's really just start there. We have nothing to talk about. The only time I may hit you up is if hey, you need to talk to your daughter. You need to talk to her. She getting out of hand, blah blah blah. Or I would tell my kids, like, they want to run to me about for everything. It's like, did you ask your dad? Did you ask your dad for some money? Did you ask him to buy you this? And it's trying to get them to stop asking me for every doggone thing. You got a whole nother parent. Go ask him. So we really don't have anything to talk about, especially like pertaining to us. There is nothing to talk about. So what are we really arguing for? But he wants somebody to, like, he want my validation so bad. And and last year was my final straw with dealing with him, because it's like, you want to argue. Like, truly, that little song, you want to argue. I ain't arguing with you. Like, the man want to argue so bad. He want a reaction out of me so bad. It's like he enjoys me cussing him out, and I have been falling for that trick because I'm trying to. It's like I'm fighting him to make sure he doing what he's supposed to do when it comes to the child support, and that's really the only thing that is argued about. Like, what else is we talking about? Pay what you're supposed to pay, give what you're supposed to give, and let's just do your part. But you're looking for me to say thank you. You're looking for me to, oh, you're just such a wonderful man, nigga. I'm not your woman. Okay, I'm not your woman. I don't owe you no validation of who you are as a man. I'm sorry your daddy was gone when you was a baby or when you was little. That is not my job or my responsibility. Where your woman at? Like, and that's what I feel like he want from me. And I'm not doing it. I don't want nothing from you. Pay your child support, take care of your kids financially, since you live on a whole other side of the state. I'm in Georgia, he's in Colorado now. Like, just take care of your children financially, do your part, and see them when you come see them when you come see them. Like, I don't I don't got that for you. So when I don't give him or pat his little back or rub his little toes with my words, oh, then he gonna cut me short on child support, or he not gonna send it, or just ignorant, just complete ignorant. And it's like, this is what I've been going through. So when I tried to go back and do that, and then the way the system work is, the whole child support thing is, what I did not know is before I closed my child support case in California, I should have had it modified first, because what they had him paying me was 141. Okay, that was the agreement, $141 that he was supposed to pay me while I was in California. Again, I was in the military still, and I think they went off my income, and I was making more than him, so it was only $141, which at the time, like I said, I was getting 10 of, so I didn't see nothing from that. But that was the last order that we received, is that he was gonna pay $141. I'm trying to understand. We are 12, 13 years later. How is this still relevant to my situation, and that this amount is okay? So what they didn't tell me here in Georgia is that I should have had that modified first, because only thing Georgia can do is send the order to Colorado, and Colorado have to decide if they're going to change that amount. So basically, if I go through the Georgia system, he's only gonna have to be responsible for that 141, because that's what the order is. In order for me to change that, I have to go to California, or go through the California system to get that renewed. Like, it's so dumb. It's like, are y'all kidding me? I gotta go through all this just to get the proper help, because I'm dealing with an immature man who don't see that him taking care of his children is something he should just do. And apparently a lot of men think like that, like, take me to court. That's his thing. Take me to court. Take me to court. Oh, okay. Okay. And I'm just at the point that you're not doing anything for my children. Like, my oldest, and I'm just being real. She don't care about him. She really don't care to talk to him, and he knows it, because she don't talk to him. My baby, she love her dad, and I know that. But even she got her also with him and issues. But it's just to the point where you're not really helping at all. Like, you're not adding value to us. Like, then he decided he want to become an is Hebrew Israelite. One of them dudes, nigga. If you don't stop calling us and talking to us about your newfound religion, don't nobody want it. I had to tell him to stop calling my kids with that. First of all, we are Christians. Okay, the same Christian you was when I met you. All of a sudden, you a Hebrew is like, go somewhere else with that. Okay, now you want to talk to my kids about it, and they steady irritated with you, and steady telling me like, "Mommy, you keep calling," and I gotta just straight up tell you, stop calling them about that. They don't want to hear that. Like, you're losing them while you trying to throw your religion on them. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, I can't tell you how to talk to your kids, because those are kids, whatever. But they don't want to hear it, and they're getting short and shorter and shorter with you, because they over it. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. And I had to just flat out tell her, nigga, I'm not your woman. Like, I ain't your woman. Like, you don't call me telling me what I need to do as a woman. Yeah, because women should respect this. Sir, find you one. Go find you somebody to play with. Get off my daggum phone talking to me about this foolishness. Get off my phone. And this is going into all that. I'm just telling y'all, this is what I've been going through. This is what the reality of my life have been with this sorry man. Like, he's sorry to me, and this is what I'm dealing with. So now where we're just at the point where he just stopped paying his child support. What happened was, in January, he started shortening me what he was originally supposed to pay me. Okay, what we agreed to, he just shorted, he just sent what he wanted to send. My birthday weekend, okay, because he just been a hater, because he a hater. He didn't send me nothing. I didn't get no child support for that weekend. Which, okay. And mind you, since I cussed him out last year, when I realized, oh, you like the reaction, I blocked him. I stopped talking to him, and there's nothing else to talk about. And I really just have been on that kick. Like, I don't got nothing to say to you. Talk to kids. I don't care what you saying, I don't even care. I really still don't care right now. But it's just like, you gonna quit playing with me. So he sent he been, still shortening his payment. So then, like, recently, well, the other day, my baby asked, she wanted to go to the fair, and I said, did you ask your, well, no, she had asked me, this was like a couple weeks ago, she wanted some new basketball shoes, and she asked me, I'm like, did you ask your dad? Again, I gotta keep reminding them that every time y'all want something, remember, y'all got a whole nother parent. Did you ask him first? Did he say he can help? At least if use that resource first, and then I'll see what I can come up with or what we can figure out. But use that resource first. She didn't want to ask. Okay, well, you don't want no basketball shoes. So then she come ask me, can she go to the fair? Did you ask your daddy for some fair money? Like, did you ask him? Like, use that resource first. And mind you, my kids get money. Like, it ain't like they have an account. I do that green light thing with them. They have a checking account, a savings account, and they get allowance. So they have a couple dollars. They just, I'm teaching them how to save and trying to put things aside, but they just be doing what they want to do. So, but when they come ask me, it's always like, hey, did you ask him? Did you talk to him first? And I just want them to make that a habit. Like, ask both of us. Don't just ask. You got two parents, you know. Um, so she asked him for money. He ended up sending her money, but for whatever reason, this man thinks when he sends them money or when he buys them something, that comes out of child support. Like, his brain don't compute that child support is a foundation. Okay, that is what's allowing them to live on a daily, like allowing me to help pay these bills and take care of these kids' foundation. That's what child support. That is not free money. Like, what do you think you're doing? You think you just giving me money? I'm just splurging on this little money. Like, and even if I was, let me just put this out. If I was, my kids got a place to stay. All the bills are paid. They ain't hungry. Okay. They not going without. They get to and fro. They play sports that still costs money. Everything costs money. It doesn't matter what I do with the money that you send me, sir. Like, and that's what I don't understand about me and y'all worried about what the women is. As long as your kids, now if the kids want taken care of, I can understand you feel some type of way. I can understand you feeling some type of way. But if your kids is taken care of, if you know they are stable, if you know they got somewhere to lay their head, if you know they eating, if you know they are taken care of, sir, it doesn't matter what that woman doing with that money. Leave her alone. Do your part. And that's just what it comes down. Do your part. That's it. That's it. Y'all worry about the wrong stuff. Do your parts. Take care of your kids financially, especially when you don't see them. This man see his kids once a year, if that. If that. Especially when you don't see them. Come on. So that's his mindset. It's like, when if I send him money, so when he sent Jazz money and he did not send his child support. That's where I'm at this point now, where it's just like, I gave the ultimatum, and mind you, I put his entire family, his entire immediate family, in one group chat. I told everybody I will never do this. I've never done this, and I will never do this again. But I'm tired of this, and he's going to be held accountable for what he has done and has not done over the years that I have been dealing with him, hoping that they will hold him accountable. Yeah, right. His smart mouth sister coming there. I don't know why we all involved. Take him to court. Take him to court. Oh, okay, you involved because I at least want you with the 25 baby daddies. Come on now. You should have been the first one, like, hey, bro, get on your stuff. That's it. Just hold him accountable. Like, somebody just, hey, you know what I'm saying? Take care of what you're supposed to take care of. Like, do the right thing. But no, it ain't do that. Ain't nobody did that. Ain't nobody did that. It's I'm the one. Oh, okay, cool. It's cool. It's cool. So the ultimatum was, you don't pay what you're supposed to pay. By next week, this is going to be a public conversation. Again, I told you, I warned them. Then he tried to be funny and do some messy stuff. It's cool. I warned y'all. And if you don't continue to send what you're supposed to send, don't worry about seeing or talking to your kids. And that's just where I'm at. It's over with. It's over with. He's blocked, deleted from my children. You cannot never talk to them again as long as they're under my roof. See, because I don't need this drama. I don't. I don't need this drama. I don't need the headache. I don't need what you taking me through. You best believe I'm gonna go ahead and do the go through the system. I'm gonna have to. I have to at this point. I didn't want to do it, trying to hope like, come on, bruh. But I'm gonna have to go through the whole the California thing, just to get everything situated. And I'm in the process of all of that. However, it's just like, this is unfortunate that you got to go through all this. That you got to do all this. Like, it freaking sucks. That it's unnecessary. Just do what you're supposed to do. Do your part. But since you don't want to do that, sir, it's okay. Don't worry about talking to them no more. And I've had a long conversation with my kids, and my kids are 13 and 15 years old. They're not dumb. No, we had real conversations. My kids know what's up. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Because you're not gonna keep interrupting my house. And then we already going on 45 minutes because there's still so much to say, and I'm gonna probably cover more of this on my live because I ain't even got into the family members that's involved and folks, like I say, folks who wondering why I feel some type of way about them. I'm gonna tell all y'all why I feel the way I feel about y'all and how y'all all go stop playing with me because y'all really messing with the right one. Okay, y'all really messing with the right one. Again, this ain't no oh, I'm bitter and no, I'm not. Like, this is my truth. This is my reality. This is what I'm dealing with. It's unfortunate, but it's going to be put out there because I know, again, I know I'm not the only one going through it. I know I'm not the only one dealing with this. I know I'm not the only one having to face this silent battle, and I'm not here to protect nobody no more. Like I don't owe nobody nothing. I owe nothing, nobody nothing but my children. And that's to give them a good raising, and hopefully, they learn enough to where when they leave my house, they are well taken care of. They are well equipped for this world, so they never have to struggle and go through what I have been through. That is the whole reason why I live, to make sure my kids is okay. So when everybody get to done bumping their gums and talking and run off at their mouth, I said my kids is good. Do I have my struggle with my children? Absolutely. Because they're teenagers, they're girls, they're gonna try me. Like what kid, that I'm going through that process with my oldest right now. She's trying me in every which way. And I'm listen, she's trying the right one because I'm trying with her. We trying together. We trying together. Okay. So anyways, that's all I want to say for right now. Like I say, it's a lot more to say, and I got a lot more I need to share. If for whatever reason I don't go live on Facebook, it'll probably be a part 2 next week. But this not gonna be this not and this ain't no one time conversation. Not now I'm just giving the backstory and kind of giving the history of what I'm going through, but I'm going to be talking more about and talking to women who's dealing with men that don't take care of their children, who just really sorry and think so childish, who thinks like little boys and don't have a burden to just support their children because it's the right thing to do, no matter what the mama is doing. As long as she's taking care of your kids, support them how you supposed to support them. If you need to get another job and this is nothing, like this man have no other children. Okay. My baby is his last. You have no kids around you. You have nothing else going on. You are a single man living in this world. Why don't you make enough money to pay more than enough than what you could pay on top of even taking care of what the kids may ask you for when they do call it, if ask you for something? Why don't you have enough? Is your raggedy mentality. Is your raggedy mindset. Like there's no reason. Nigga, I'll probably make more money than you for the simple fact that I'm a hustler and I'm an entrepreneur and I'm going to make it happen. But I didn't make these kids by myself. So I should not be responsible to foot this bill by myself. But unfortunately, that's what I'm dealing with. So it just is what it is, y'all. I just wanted to get that little bit off my chest. And yo, we got more to talk about, y'all. We definitely got more to talk about. And this is what I'm dealing with. But let me tell you something. God too good to me. When I say I ain't missed a beat and they would never miss a beat, let me make that very clear. Okay. I am a baby. I am a child of the Most High, who is my ultimate provider. That's what I need you to go away with. God is your ultimate source. I don't care who not doing what they supposed to do. God is your ultimate source. That is who I run to. He is the father to the fatherless. He's been taking better care of me and these kids than anybody on planet Earth could have. How it's just about holding people accountable and responsible for their responsibilities. But ultimately, God is my provider. God is my source. And he have been holding it down over here. You hear me? Like folks think they little couple dollars was breaking and making my household. No, you was doing your job and it was helping because you were doing your job. But don't think I'm gonna sweat you. Don't think you're gonna get your butt kissed. Don't think I'm gonna beg you and cuss you out and argue with you over this money. I'm not doing that because that's what you want. I'm not doing that. I'm taken care of. God has been too good to me and will continue to be good to me. So let's not get that twisted when it's all about money. No, it's not. Because I'm still taken care of. Like we are still good. We ain't hungry over here. Maybe bills is paid. We are not in struggle mode. Let's get that very understood. We are very well taken care of. But do your part. Like folks just need to do their part. And unfortunately they don't. So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think this probably been one of my longest episodes. I knew it was gonna be long because it's just too much to talk about. Like it's too much backstory and even things I ain't even touch on. But this gonna probably be like I'm probably go over a series with this. Because I got a lot more to say. A lot more to say about certain people and family members who quote unquote supposed to be your people and the main ones throwing shade on you. It's like y'all are sad, man. Y'all sad and y'all ridiculous. Like grow up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all for taking the time to listen. I hope you got something from this. Just and again, I don't share just to share. I share to let someone know you're not alone, and this is for me and a chance for me to get the things off my chest without going back and forth with somebody. Like I get to tell my truth. This is my truth. This is my story. When other people go on, you tell their story and tell their side. Listen, baby, I can't tell you how to tell your story, but this is my story and this is my truth. And this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I've had to live with, and this is how I had to live, and how I'm still living. And having to deal with certain things and keep going on with a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? People don't know what you go through behind closed doors when you always the one pushing and motivating and encouraging and inspiring and trying to do the hey, come on, come on, come on. When you the one always doing that, nobody knows you don't even really got that for yourself, or got nobody doing that for you because you got so many people fighting against you. But God made me, baby, God made me one of his toughest soldiers. He really have. He really have. And he only prepared me for what the world gonna offer because people are smiling in your face and literally talk about you behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Like and you know it. It ain't like you gotta have tough skin. You gotta have very thick skin to be able to know that there's people that hate you. And you gotta keep moving like it ain't bothering you. But when I say it doesn't, because I know y'all don't know me. Y'all really don't know me. Okay. Y'all want access to me so bad, baby. Like y'all want me. It's crazy. Like y'all want access to me so bad, but when I give y'all a little bit of room, y'all don't know how to handle it. And y'all mistreat me, the gift that God has blessed y'all. Well, I'm a gift. Okay. I'm a gift to the world. I'm a gift to those around me. I'm a blessing to anyone that come into my life. That's just how God made me. That's just who I am as a person. I love everybody. But when you destroy the gift or when you mistreat the gift, God take his gift back. And you no longer have access to the gift. And that's unfortunate for you, baby. That's your loss. See, that's how confident I am in me. That's how confident I am in the Lord. So, because I know what I bring. I know my presence, what my presence brings to any room that I step in. But everybody don't see that. And until you honor me in that manner, you don't have access to me. And that's just kind of the reality of what it is. So, anyways, let me get off here. I love y'all. We'll talk soon. Be on the lookout for this week. I'll probably make a little post and say, hey, this is what I'm talking about. And then also, y'all, like I told y'all last week about the Supermom thing, and even this should give y'all more context. Like, listen, come on, let me win that Supermom competition so I get these little couple of dollars, baby. Cause listen, okay, y'all, we in second place. We've been in second place. Thank y'all for who all have been voting for me. That all that is on my social media pages. You can go to my Facebook, Tawana Talia. It's pinned. Even my Instagram, if you click on my link tree, it's in there. But vote, y'all. Vote once a day. The second cutoff is Thursday. And then they're advanced. I made it to the second round, which is the top 20. Then Thursday would be the top 15. And after that, I don't really know how they do it. But yeah, y'all, we still in second. Let's get to that first. And let's win this money. All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much for listening. And now we'll talk soon. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Amen, you guys. Well, I pray you receive something from today's message and it has blessed you. Make sure to share and spread the word. If you have not already, make sure to follow all my socials, which can be found at kingdomminded23.com. Again, that's kingdomminded23.com. And for all your fitness motivation, make sure you head to my IG at Faith Walk Fitness LLC, as well as Facebook, Faith Walk Fitness. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you next week. Have a good one. Peace.